he is 100% worth it.
He takes it to another level. Oh my God, I just fell in love with it.
Thanks so much, Shay.
Blew my mind. And it worked. I wanted to buy my thing.
Jay is, I would say, the Yoda of sales calls, man.
Just talking to Jay, he was so good at just taking what it is, seeing the opportunity and the value and the real reason we are making it.
Talk to Jay because he got it. He can definitely help you out.
Talk to Jay. You're going to get a lot. You're going to gain a lot.
I would absolutely recommend him for any position that you have.
Jay's definitely the guy.
Give him the chance, give him the opportunity. You won't regret it.
He's good at what he does, so I highly recommend him, and I would book him before he is fully booked out.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Sales Ninja Show podcast, where we cut through the noise. We ditch the outdated sales tactics and show you how to close deals with confidence, strategy, and integrity. Hi, my name is Jay, and I'm the founder of Go Sales Ninja. And if you're tired of chasing leads and handling endless objections and feeling like you have to convince people to buy, you're definitely in the right place. Here, we do sales differently. We believe in positioning over posture, and the right people can lean in without the need for pushy tactics. And that's the heart of the reverse glass selling framework, a kingdom-driven approach built on trust, service, and true connection. Because when you lead with value, sales becomes effortless. And when you sell more, you can give more. And today we've got a special guest. Our guest is Devin Dillard, the founder of Simple Social Agency. Devin has spent over a decade helping entrepreneurs build 6- and 7-figure businesses by leveraging AI automation, marketing strategies, and lead generation. He's also a digital dadpreneur. I love that. Balancing faith, family, and financial freedom. My kind of guy, all while scaling businesses smartly. So please welcome Devin Dillard. What is up, digital dadpreneur Devin?
What's up, bro?
How's it going, man?
Good, man. Good.
Awesome. So for the folks who don't know you, I have been, talking with you, I think back and forth just for not even that long, but I feel like I've known you for a longer time. We have a lot in common. We're both dad, we're digital entrepreneurs, we're both men of faith. We've done some pretty neat stuff in our businesses and helped, scale multiple businesses. Tell us how it all started. Like, you're a dad of 5, I believe, right?
Yep.
So you have 2 up on me, which is incredible. Where did it all start? Did you grow up in a entrepreneurial kind of family? Did you grow up with money? How did it all happen?
No, man. I grew up in basically a middle-class family. Both my parents worked a lot, and I didn't really have any entrepreneurs around me, honestly.
Wow.
When I think about it, I think the closest person as far as like entrepreneurial was my uncle. And he didn't come into my life until I was like almost 10. And I used to work with him because he ran a carpet laying business. He related carpet and a flooring business, really related a lot of stuff. And I worked with him, and that was like my first experience with entrepreneurship and someone who ran their own business. But I never even saw it as that. I just saw it as like my job, like to be able to go make money.
So wait.
Let's
back up, because I have a 11-year-old, and that's my 3rd child. But how is it that you are working with your uncle in a flooring business at the age of 10? That's really young.
So I would clean up the apartments after he would go in and lay all the carpet, all the mess that's made, all the padding and extra carpet and stuff that's out there. So I would go in and pick up all the stuff. Me and my cousin, we both go and pick up all the stuff and we go throw it away and then vacuum the floors.
But most kids at that age are either playing street hockey or, riding their BMX bikes and doing other things. What on earth possessed you to clean apartments and vacuum?
I've always wanted my own money.
Really?
We didn't grow up with a lot of money. So like my parents had 3 kids, my dad had 5, and they had a lot of expenses and they didn't make a lot of money. So like I was usually in a position where like if I wanted something that was outside of the things that I needed,
Yeah.
then I had to find a way to make money for it. Right.
Really?
I did a lot of stuff. I remember I used to do a lot of cleaning around the house. I used to wash cars. I started washing cars when I was like 11 or 12.
Wow.
And just making my own money any way I could. And that was
so when you say washing cars, are you talking about your own cars or the neighborhood cars?
I was
or
washing neighbors' cars. I washed my dad's car for like $10. I washed my mom's car for a couple bucks. Like I clean my dad's like workout room. They haven't paid me to do that. Like I just found work to do.
So that's incredible. I love how your mind thinks. And when you don't have a lot, you got to make a way to make money. What was the first thing when you were 10 and you can go back in time and you can remember, this is the toy that I wanted to get, or this is the shoes, or this is the clothes the brand that I wanted to buy, but I couldn't afford, that I had to work by cleaning these dirty apartments and vacuuming, that you were able to save enough money to get this item. What was that first item?
So it was the first PlayStation that came
out.
Wow,
first generation, eh?
First generation PlayStation. My cousins had one.
Ah.
I was like, I gotta have a game system. I had never had it.
Yeah.
I think I had a Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Until PlayStation came out, and I was like, PlayStation. And my parents weren't gonna buy me a PlayStation. They couldn't afford to buy me a PlayStation. They were like $200-$300 or something like that back then. And they're still like that, still like $300-$400 now. So I was like, yeah, I got to figure out a way to get money. And I had a little lamb bank my mom gave me as a kid. I still have it. It's still
really? Come on.
My bedroom right now. It still has
change. Come on.
And I filled that thing up with dollars and cents until I had enough to go pay for it.
Wow. So how was that first experience of landing that PlayStation? I mean, let's even talk about video game consoles. Was it superior to the Super Nintendo, or was it like it wasn't that good? Or
no, it was drastically superior to the Super Nintendo.
Really?
Yeah, drastically different.
What was the game that was like, I gotta have this, not just game system, because there's always a that successful game, or that one game from that system that you needed to get?
I was an athlete, so like when I wasn't working, I was practicing for sports. So I wanted the football game. I wanted the 2K, NFL 2K.
Yeah.
It just came out. It was like the year 98, something like
that. Yeah. And did it live to the hype?
It did, until the new one came out. That's when you get caught in the cycle of like, I need the new thing.
You mean the new game or the new game system?
Yeah, the new game, and then the new game system. The PlayStation 2 came out.
Because now how many generations are we at now? It's hard to keep track.
I think you're at like 5.
5? Yeah. Okay, so that's amazing. I love those stories, because every kid, especially every boy, has that one thing, whether it was an action figure or a transformer or a video game console, or that piece of clothing that they had to get but they weren't able to attain to. I remember when I worked in a warehouse job making minimum wage for 7 years. It was just brutal, and working 12-hour days, 6 days a week, and I ended up saving, I think it was like in one summer, it was like $800 to buy my first guitar. And I had all this cash in my pocket, and I was nervous because, back then we didn't have credit cards and debit cards and stuff like that. And I had it in my pocket, and I was going to the music store downtown, and, I figured out all the pricing, and I bought all the accessories. And, my mom at the halfway point of the 800 says, you've been working so hard. Let me give you half of it. And I'm like, most kids would have been like, yeah, let's do it. Like, give me that half and I'll buy it now. I wanted to have that experience of buying it myself and earning it and then owning it, versus like, I don't want someone to shortcut my experience of having to work hard to earn what I really, really want.
Yeah.
There's something to that, to be able to, earn your way to get what you want, right?
Yeah. I only had to be told I don't have the money for it, like maybe for a few times. And I was like, okay, in my head, I was like, okay, you don't have the money for it, but that doesn't mean I can't find the money for it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So let's fast forward. You scaled 2 multi-6-figure businesses and 1 7-figure coaching business. What were some of the key strategies or shifts that helped you make that leap to multi 6 and 7 figures?
I think for the jump to 6 to 7 was offer, like how the offer was packaged, and then positioning. So like how we positioned ourselves in the market or what we were doing at the time, because I were in partnership. So my partner filled a lot of gaps in the business that we had, or I had before we became partners. Right. So like he was really good at sales. And I was really good at lead generation. And it made a because we both had 6-figure businesses. We both were doing 6 figures separately, doing our own thing, doing similar things. And then when we came together, I think we 3x'd our revenue in 1 month.
What?
Together. Yeah. Yeah. The first 30 days, we went from both making around 8 to 10K a month to making over 30K.
Come on. I love that story. So in that, I think a lesson that I think people need to learn without kind of falling to the trap of, who do you partner with and what is the criteria on a business partner? Because I've heard so many horror stories and even experienced to some degree myself, either cheating, betrayal, burning of bridges, partnerships not working out. What we thought might have been really, really good, for whatever reason, just fell through the cracks. What are some criteria that you would say, as a business owner, as an experienced business partner, that you would look for criteria in finding that, I don't know, perfect business partner? I mean, there's no perfect business partner, but if we were to call it a perfect business partner, what would you look for?
I'm probably not the one to ask that, because honestly, I knew my business partner for 5 years before we became business partners. So we worked together at an agency for like a year and a half. And then we stayed in contact for like 2 years before we ever became business partners. Right. And so like, I'll give you the short of it. God told me he was going to be my business partner. So I was watching a movie one night with my wife, and at the end of the movie, there were these 2 people that were coming out of a business or a corporate building, and they had just signed the dotted line to like become business partners and go into business together.
Really?
And yeah, and I was watching the movie, and like as I was watching the movie, God spoke to me and said, "That's going to be you and John."
Really?
That day, I had never thought about him being my business partner. I never thought about wanting a business partner. Like I was very anti-business partner.
Really?
Because I'm very independent. So like I don't like having to run things by someone. I just want to go do it. Right?
So how did you get from not wanting to have a business partner and not wanting to run something by someone to actually, I mean, obviously God told you, but doesn't mean you have to say yes.
That's it. Anytime I feel like God tells me something, I go after it.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was very clear. Like it was like when it's not your thought.
Yeah.
You thought that's like not yours.
Yeah.
It was one of those moments. It was like, oh, I would never do that. Like that had to be God. And I literally brought it up to him maybe like a week later.
Yeah.
He called me and he was like, "No, I'm not really, I don't think that's the route I want to go."
That's what he said?
It took a year. It was a year.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was random. So it was like, there wasn't like a momentous build up to it. We just kept our relationship the way it was. And then one night, what we usually do, it was late. We're on Zoom. I think he was having a beer and I was sitting there drinking the coffee and we were talking business. And within that conversation, I think we both came to a realization that like, hey, you have some strengths that I'm lacking and vice versa. Why don't we just test out me generating leads for you and you closing the sale? Right. And we decided it's like, hey, we'll just like shaking hands. We'll just split everything 50-50. Right. And we did that. And that lasted for 4 years.
Wow. And how long was that?
That was from 2020 or maybe close to end of 2021 to just this past January.
Wow. So what happened after that, after the 4 years?
We just decided that we had different visions. We both were looking into AI, but we both had different visions on where we wanted to take it. And it just made sense for us to kind of go on our own journey.
And so that was a cordial, mutual kind of party?
Oh yeah, we're still friends. We still talk like once or twice a week.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's I love hearing stories of that, because a lot of times it doesn't end up that way, and it doesn't end well. Not to sound like the cosmic killjoy, but yeah, I'm an optimist and a futurist, and I have been in ministry for a number of years, and I've seen kind of like a lot of unfortunate stories, horror stories of things that were started out well and didn't go so well at the end. So I love hearing these stories. So talk to us about juggling a family, because you have not 1, 2, 3, but you have 5 children. And like you said before, when you grew up, your parents didn't have a lot of money, and the kids, they couldn't buy what they wanted. What is the balance and the demands of being that digital dadpreneur like?
It's crazy. It's a little wild. It's unpredictable most days. But you try to build structure and routine with the kids so that they understand, like, hey, during this time, I need to be doing this while dad's doing that. Most of my kids go to school right now. I have one at home, and she'll be going to school next year. So all the kids will be in school. So when I first started this, I had 2 at home and only 3 in school. And so I remember I didn't have it all together. I was just trying to figure it out on my own, and not really on my own. My wife worked, so she was going to work every day, right? But I was trying to like manage it all on my own during the day. And I just remember taking sales calls with like a baby in my arm, changing diapers while I was on sales calls. This was before everybody like jumped to Zoom to have sales calls. I was doing it all right, and on a headset, AirPods. And I just remember doing that, bro, and just trying to figure it out along the way. And eventually what happened was my brain had to be rewired, right? Like I got to a point where I was really down about the situation. I was like, man, I'm not gonna be able to build a 7-figure business or a 6-figure business with having to deal with kids at home and do these things. And I hired a coach, and I went to a mastermind, an event locally here in Nashville. And I met one of my friends now, Sierra. You probably know who that is. Sierra Lewis.
Sierra? Oh, yeah.
I met Sierra at that mastermind. And I remember her talking about having 5 kids and like doing well in business. And like, I'm like, how does she homeschool?
Oh, she has 5 kids as well?
Yeah.
Wow.
My kids, and like,
she homeschools them. That's another level.
A whole other level. And I was like, she's still making good money in her business.
How the heck is she doing that?
Exactly. And I was like, I didn't even ask her that. All I need, and this is kind of how I am, it's like all I needed to see was somebody doing it. And I was like, that rewired my brain from that lack of belief that I could do it. And I stopped kind of looking for solutions, and I just was like, this is my lot in life, right? I'm just going to deal with it until they're all out the house, and then or all in school, and then I can build that big business, right? That moment switched that for me. It was like, no, like I can build it now. I just need to figure it out. There are solutions. I need to figure out what those solutions are, right? And I started looking for just ways to maneuver my schedule and maneuver how I market things and how I sell things and how the money's generated to fit my life instead of trying to make my life fit around my business.
Well said.
So my business fit the lifestyle that I had and what I wanted to focus on. So
I'm going to set you up for this next question. So if you're able to get ready to share and present this, automation vault that you created, and you've scaled entrepreneurs, and you help them with their engagement, you help them with their content, you've helped them with their conversions, And this incredible solution that you found has solved a problem by bringing 5 different kinds of automations. So we'd love for you to present and kind of share what this automation vault is, how it works, what kind of results you've been able to get, and how we might be able to get a hold of it as well.
Yeah, I'll do that. 1 second. This side, I'm actually gonna show this page. All right, so the automation vault is what I discovered. I got into AI back in 2023, going into 2024. It's something, hold on 1 second, that I built because I already had a strategy, right? I had a strategy for content that I've been using for almost a decade. But I realized that most people struggled with doing social media manually, right? A lot of our clients always struggle with getting content out. It's not that they didn't have the ideas and they didn't have the content. A lot of people had the content. They just wouldn't take the time to go post it.
Right.
And then they're like, well, I got to post it for this platform and I got to post it for these two too. Like, how am I going to do that? And most people only made it to one. And that kind of hit them from really being omnipresent and being in front of their avatar consistently. So I'll share my screen real quick and pull this up. So what I did when I got into the world of automations and kind of partnering that with AI, I built what I call Omni. It's the omnipresence automation for content, right? And what this does is this allows you to distribute your content to multiple platforms without you actually having to do anything, right? And so what you're looking at is only for Facebook and LinkedIn because those are my main platforms. And I have another one for Instagram. I can show you as well. I have it cut off because I'm building a beast right now that's going to replace this one. But
you don't have to be a coder. You don't have to be a coder to be able to build stuff like this, right?
No, this is like clicking, like you got to understand some kind of like technology pieces behind this.
Yeah.
Because when you open these up, there's a lot like in here that you need to understand like how it works. But like you don't need to understand JSON. You don't need to understand HTML.
Yeah.
You don't need to understand those kind of languages.
That's comforting to know.
Yeah, you just need to understand like what you want and then understand how the platform works. Right. Okay. So these are automations that I built to go along with the strategies that I teach people. Right. Because if you see here, there's Airtable. That's the database of content. So for my done for you clients, like I build this for them. Right. And I also build out 30 days of content to go with it.
You do?
Yeah.
In the automation vault offer that you have, you built 30 days.
This is just like what you're looking at is when I do this done for you, this is what it looks like.
Oh, I didn't know you had a done for you system.
But the automation vault, like I give you this to build out for yourself because a lot of people are like, hey, I have the time. Like I have the time to figure out how to put this together. And honestly, there's nothing to really put together because when you get my blueprints, it copies and pastes just like this and it shows up just like this in your platform. All the pieces put together, all the things behind the scenes already coded in. All you have to do is log into the profiles. And I show you videos. I have videos that come with the automation vault that show you how to do that.
And you have a blueprint in there as well somehow?
Yeah, so the blueprint is the JSON that automatically uploads into a platform like this.
Gotcha.
So you have it. So you don't have to go and pull all these little buttons together and connect all the pieces. It's given to you with all the pieces put together already.
But you have to also prompt it by giving your business, your goals, your, No,
the only thing for this is you have to create content that can be posted. Right. And that's why this is really good for people who are already creating content.
Yeah.
And they have content written out, but they don't have the time to go post and engage. Right.
Yeah.
And this will help you with that. This will make sure that your content goes out for one. And we talked about this earlier. is most people struggle with the second part. Most people think, oh, I automated my content, it's going to go out, right? It's all good.
Yeah.
You have to engage on the platform too.
Right.
If you just automate your posting, you will see a dip in engagement and reach because you feel like, oh, I can just post and ghost, right? Because I'm hands off. But the platform algorithms will pick that up.
Right.
They'll pick up your lack of engagement, your lack of participation on the platform, and it will start to hurt your reach on your posts and on your content. All right. And so you have to have both pieces together. You have to have the content going out, but also your engagement as well. And there's some ways to automate those pieces too, but I like to engage with people because I like to see who's looking.
Yeah.
Right. I like to see who's paying attention to my content.
Okay. So walk us through how someone who's watching this and doesn't know how this works, because I mean, even though there's no code, it could still be like, I don't understand what this picture means.
Yeah.
What is it? What is this doing? And how does it work? And how,
so,
at the end of the day, how can I help you make money?
Yeah. So the goal here is to make sure that your content goes out consistently.
Okay.
Right. When you have consistent content, I'll show you this real quick. Let me stop sharing. Actually, I'm going to share this whole window. Makes it easier. All right. So when your content is going out consistently, you start seeing spikes like this in your engagement, right? And engagement doesn't tell all the story, but is the first part to you actually generating leads, right? If you have CTA content going out and you're putting out content that's asking people to take action, well, if you're not getting engagement before you put that piece of content out, who's going to take action on that piece of content? Nobody.
Well said. Yep.
Right. So you have to increase your engagement and the reach that you're getting before you actually getting people to take action. Right. So this was from a client of mine who basically he wasn't posting it all on the platform. He started because he didn't have time. So we automated it. I wrote the content for him. He did the posting automation, and he started putting content out consistently every day, multiple times a day. And his engagement went up 4,000%, almost 5,000%.
Yeah.
And that was in like the first 30 days. That was in less than 30 days. He said, the next guy here, he was posting, but he was posting very inconsistently. Right? He'd post like one day and then be off 3-4 days and then come back and post again. And it was just, and when he was posting, it was just to get something out there. Right. And now he has strategic pieces of content ready to go every day and auto posting for him on Facebook. Right. And within his first 2-3 weeks, he almost saw a double in his engagement. Right. Just from that. And I think this spike here was a piece of content that he posted on his profile, and then he took and posted into a group. And that's the beauty about it, is like when you don't have the pressure every day to like, oh, I got to write something. It gives you the freedom to create from just, I call it just from your passion and just from your day-to-day insights. Because we all have content in our head. If you're doing something, you're good at it and you're working at it every day, there's things that you pick up on that would make great posts. Right?
So it's not just the content scheduler and automator. It also helps you create these amazing posts as well, or?
No. So you have to create the content. I do have an automation that does that, but it's a lot more complex. And if I gave it to you, you wouldn't know how to use it.
Right.
So I tried to give something that they can give you a simple, quick use case and something that can get you going like today. Like you can take this information and it could be you could be using it by the end of the day.
Right.
Something like that. On the other side of that, like it take you like 2 weeks to even figure out how to put the pieces in the right place. Which is why I do that for done for you stuff. I build that out for people. But something like this is a quick win. You get content going out. This guy, so this is the same guy that got the 4,900 increase in engagement, but he got 173. Oh, this is me. Never mind. This is me. This is my last 90 days. this is my last 90 days. I still grew 173% over the last 90 days in content, right? In views, and 140% on interactions on my content pieces, right? And I tell people this all the time, is that I don't just post once a day anymore, right? I post 2-3 times a day.
That often?
Yes. And,
wow.
And only one of those pieces is automated. And the reason I can do it is because I don't wake up with pressure to post. Like, this is kind of like the hidden benefit from having automated content going out. It's like authority focused and things like that, is that you now free up your mind to be creative because the pressure is released, and you'll find yourself creating more content than you ever created before and actually doing it. Right. Because you don't feel the pressure from it. That's where I am, is like, I know if I wake up today and I don't want to post, I know a post is going out.
So do you batch prepare everything and then kind of put it in the automation vault to, like, say, like, I'm going to put 30 days worth, and whether you do it 2 or 3 times a day, and kind of like put it in the automation vault?
Yeah. So I do a 30-day automation vault or automation database where I have 30 days of content that's going to go out once a day, every day. And then I come behind that with just thoughts that I have. Like, if you look at my profile, most of my posts are just random thoughts that I have about business, about things that I'm doing, conversations that I've had, stuff like that, right? Those are my engagement pieces. Those are the pieces that get the most engagement. But the pieces that actually drive like leads are the pieces that I automated, because I sat down and I created content that was authority based, that was mindset shifting, that was based on my strategies of organic content creation. Right. And I think that's the benefit that you get when people work with me, is that I have 13 years of social media content creation behind me. So a lot of experience and a lot of proven strategies. But yeah,
so tell us maybe one story of whether it's using the automation vault, whether it was you or your client, where it generated leads and helped increase their sales. Was there a specific post, and is there a certain framework that you would recommend? Because there are people who are listening here live and or on the podcast replay where they're really struggling to create content with a strategy that converts.
Yeah. And so the automation vault isn't built with strategy completely in it. That's kind of like a bonus that I'll offer, right? Is breaking down, like, what is it that you need to be posting? So this is where people get kind of confused when they think about automations. Automations themselves don't generate anything. What you put in the automations is what generates everything. Right. So you do need strategy. If you, it's really good. It's great for people that are posting right now, or they know that their content is good, but they're just not posting enough of it. Like, every time you post, it's like, oh, it goes crazy, but I only post once a month, or I only post like once every week. Well, you need to be posting every day. Imagine if you went from once a week, where you got 2-3 leads on that post, to you posted every single day, and now you're getting 2 to 3 leads every single day, right? And that was kind of like the new guy that I showed you, that his content went up to like 4,900% in engagement. Well, he, not too long after he got that boost, he had people DMing him about his CRM that he had been posting about. Right. I don't have that. I couldn't find that screenshot of the DM that he sent me. Right. But I posted about it. It's on my newsfeed. I mean, on my profile somewhere. I posted it in my profile. But he basically was like, hey, like, I got people reaching out to me that I haven't talked to in 15 years.
Wow. That's a long time.
Yeah, because his content's now reaching more people on his profile that have just been there, but not seeing anything, but could be buying from him. They're potential clients. They're ideal clients, some of them, right? And that's what happens when you're able to show up consistently, is that more people that haven't been seeing your stuff are now seeing it. I get 1 to 2 leads every single day from posting every day. right?
Wow.
But like you said, Jay, it's very heavily focused on being able to post the right things in the strategy, and that's something that I've added to the vault is a quick little video miniseries on how to post, like not how to post, like what, where to post it, and like the strategies behind creating authority and creating leads.
Okay, so and I don't know if you advertise this or you still do this. So if someone wants the easy button and say, you know, they want you to build it out, I don't know, you call it a done for you thing. How do they make that happen?
So you just have to reach out to me. You reach out to me on my profile, DM me, send me a DM, and let me know what it is that you're looking to get automated. If it's something specific, like one of the automations in the vault, then we could definitely get that done. We don't even need a call. I can just, we can get it, we get the purchase, and then we get it built, right? But sometimes there's custom things. There's like, hey, I want a variation of this, right? I want this, but I want this added to it. Can you do that? And then we need to hop on a call and like kind of work through what exactly it is that you want to build. Because I build custom stuff all the time. So.
Right. Okay, let me just share this automation vault that Devin put together. You have, I don't know if it's a friend or someone that's, you know, commenting, Ryan Ashed. So he says, looking forward to this one. Always curious how leaders like Devin are using AI to scale without sacrificing family and faith. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your comment, Ryan. And on the screen share, we have what's called the automation vault. It's not just one, you know, tool to be able to help you automate your content. There's actually 5 different automations. If you want to kind of walk us through the 5 core automations, AI automations that run your business while you sleep, just so that people who are watching can understand. We thought maybe it was just a one automation vault, but it's actually a lot more than that.
Yeah, there's 5 pieces, 5 workflows in this vault, and I use all 5 of these workflows myself. The first one we just talked about is the LinkedIn, Facebook automation, distributing your content. The next one is the Instagram automation. I showed you that as well. If you want to automate your Instagram reels and posting those. The next 3 are more lead gen focused and time saver focused. So personal assistant, I use my personal assistant as a personal assistant. So anytime I need a new calendar updated, if I need to add a task to my task, like say if you're traveling, you're on the phone and someone you're talking to is like, hey, let's book a call for Friday and talk about this. A lot of times if you're like me and I got the kids in the car and I'm picking up kids and I'm talking to people. I mean, Jay was talking to me while I was going to the grocery store. He saw how
that's right.
I left the food at the grocery store.
That's right. Yeah, I remember that day.
So like imagine being on a call and like, hey, let's book a call, and you just completely forget as soon as you hang up. Well, that I can go into my Slack and I can send my personal assistant a voice note and say, hey, book a call with Jay for Friday at 3 p.m. Central. And it will go do that for me. So I don't have to go pull up my calendar and be like, oh, okay, let me look and see what time is available. And if I don't know what time is available, I can just ask my personal assistant. I say, hey, what times do I have available on Friday? And it'll send me all my open times on Friday. And then I just like, hey, book a time with Jay at 3 o'clock for Friday. And it'll be
is that because you already have programmed the AI agent or whatever you call it to know your calendar and be connected so that they can find the available slots?
Yep. And all of that is in this personal assistant blueprint.
Okay, so is it like an app that you get from your phone and you can just say, hey, I'm looking to book a call. Oh, did you say Slack?
Yeah, Slack. So I use Slack for all of my communication with my AI agents.
Does Slack have voice to dictate as well?
Yeah. There's a little mic button where you can just leave voice notes.
Okay. Is that even something that you can, I don't know if you can show it on the spot, but like if you want to book a call that you're free in the next 2 days with Jay for 15 minutes, just find any time. This is the high priority.
I'd have to reconnect it to Slack because right now I did a demo where I connected it to a website and I changed the chat button to
Okay.
an actual chat.
Yeah, I didn't even know that this had this. So this is really cool. I mean, that in itself.
Because you can actually connect your personal assistant to a website, and it could be your personal website chat.
Okay, that's really cool.
That was the demo that I did.
Okay. So walk us through the last two then.
So AI email leads assistant is an assistant that's attached to your whatever Gmail account or whatever email account that you have that is attached to lead forms, or say you're running paid ads and you're getting lead forms in from Facebook, right? Well, you're going to get an email about those leads. Well, instead of you having to go in and manually respond to these emails or look at these lead forms and send them follow-ups, right? The email lead assistant does that for you, right? And that could be website leads from SEO. That could be email blasts that you send out and you're getting responses from, right? So if you're emailing your list and you're telling them to reply to you and they reply, well, the email leads assistant can respond to them and have that conversation based on whether they need to book a call, answer questions, or delete the lead, right?
How would it know?
Because it's trained. It has it's in the SOP for the agent.
Okay, so I'll give you a real case scenario. I have a person that has intent to buy. They say they're in. They're having to clear their credit card and go to the bank and pay it off. I followed up with them. This is all manual process, by the way. But if the AI agent was trained to say, over the next, let's say, week or two, however long it gets to until close, because she said she's 100% in, just to kind of follow up gently to see how the banking and the credit card. And she replied back to my messages saying, went to the bank, a couple of delays, a couple of credit cards, some to be cleared. I'm definitely still in, just be patient. Like, can the AI lead kind of do that for me, or?
So it can really do anything you want it to do. This particular email lead assistant isn't built for long-term follow-up.
Okay.
It's built to only respond to current emails coming in, right? So it's an email responder.
Okay.
I do have a more complex system that checks the CRM follow-ups that it needs to have based on the dates of last communication.
Oh,
right. So it can do that, but this particular email leads assistant cannot do that.
Okay.
But what it does is that, say that person messaged you and said, "Hey, I'm gonna have to wait like 2 weeks so I can get some things cleared up on my calendar or on my card."
Yeah.
And say, "Cool. How about we book a call out for 2 weeks from now so that we can talk when you're ready?" And then it'll book a call for you. So you have a follow-up call booked out for when they're ready.
So it'll search your calendar and find the 2 weeks, and then, but will it check with them to see if they're free, type of thing, or how does it?
Yeah, it'll ask them or send a calendar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. I that would be a great demo to see. I mean, the last three: personal assistant AI, the AI email leads assistant, and then the last one. Share what that is.
Yeah, so the automatic onboarding workflow is a simple workflow that allows you to take someone who maybe just signed up for a product or just signed up for your program and get them all of their onboarding steps done without having to manually send anything, right? So say someone signs up for your program, Stripe, they pay, and then immediately they get an email and they get added to your customer workflow, right? Or your customer email flow. So they get the first email with all the next steps, with all the documents that they need. That's what my clients get. They get a couple of documents. They get a checklist that they have to go through for the first week and finish, and then get back to me. And then the next week, I send them another email for like questions about stuff that they may have not gotten done, right? Or just how, like, I like to use this automation to get referrals and to get what do you call it? I can't think of the word. Testimonials. So I have an email sitting there to like, hey, is there anybody else that you know that would want something like this too? Right. I think that's about 2 weeks out. And then 3 weeks out, there's a like, hey, how has the process been? What's been your favorite part of this process? Like asking them kind of testimonial questions and getting them to respond to that email. And basically I can use that as a screenshot to get testimonials.
Very cool.
Yeah. So whatever your process is, you can automate it using this workflow. So
it's interesting because this is more than meets the eye, because what I thought in terms of what I've seen from your social media is this automation vault that helps you to schedule and automate your content is a lot more than that.
It is. It'd be a long post to be able to make it. That's why I've been doing a lot of it in my stories. I've been doing a lot of like talking stories, kind of talking, so I can get more of the details out. Okay.
So you guys have heard it here on the Sales Ninja Show currently, and we can't guarantee the pricing on this, but currently it's a one-time $197 fee, no monthly fees, no fluff. If you're ready to automate the things that make you money so you can make cash 24/7, then you'll want to get in on this pricing today. Again, it's only $197. I'm going to drop the link here so you guys can get access to it. Again, it is subject to change. And depending on the time that you jump on this opportunity, this is a incredible opportunity for you to jump in on the automation vault that has literally 5 core AI automations that can help run your business, from Facebook and LinkedIn content distribution to IG automation with your reels and your posts, a personal assistant AI workflow, which is new to me, to be able to find, get your time back, help you to schedule time to close more deals, an AI email leads assistant that can help you take those inbox leads from your email and help them book more calls to close more sales, and then an AI agent to help onboard new clients without any manual steps. So pretty cool. I mean, again, this is more than what I thought it could do, so pretty impressive. Who is this for? And just kind of like paint the picture of who needs this and who is this perfect for?
Yeah. This is really good for the business that like you're already in growth mode, but you're trying to find ways to buy back time and to be more streamlined with your lead gen processes. If you're already generating leads, this is perfect for you, especially if you're doing SEO, if you're doing paid ads, or you just have a high inbound flow of organic leads coming through website, right? It's really good for you because a lot of times you're dropping the ball on the responses to emails. You're losing time to go post content manually because you're dealing with client work, or you're dealing with managing a team if you're growing. And so like, it's good for business owners that are in that position. They're just trying to find ways to buy back more time and to streamline processes that are very manually heavy.
Gotcha. Okay. So we're going to close out because we've run out of time, and I want to thank you for your extra time today, Devin, on a lightning round game show, getting to know Devin. Any first words or reactions that come to your mind? Just kind of give us the first thought. Morning routine. Are you a morning or a night person?
I'm a night person.
Okay. Are you a coffee or a tea guy?
I'm a coffee guy.
Okay. If you were to work out, how many times are you working out a week?
3 to 4.
Okay. What does a typical morning look like for you, especially because you're balancing life, work, family, and 5 kids?
Yeah. So I'm up at around 5 o'clock. The first thing I do is I sit on the edge of my bed and I say a prayer. And then I open my phone up and I have scripture reading from my phone. And I listen to scripture. And
which app?
So I have the Bible app.
Good. Yeah.
Yep. So I have it read the King James version because that's what I grew up reading.
Nice. Okay.
And so I have it. I do that. I do that for about 10 minutes. It takes about 10 minutes to read an entire chapter. I usually do a chapter a day. And then after that, I go into my morning devotional where I have a devotional called God's Purpose for Your Life right now. It's a 365-day devotional, and I read that.
Is that within the Bible app?
No, it's a physical version. I have it right here.
Oh, sweet. And who is that by?
It's by Charles Stanley.
Nice. Okay, good.
Yeah, so I read that daily devotional, and then depending on what I've scheduled, I usually either go work out or I jump into like early morning workflow. I go get a cup of coffee, and then I come back to my desk and I do some work until about 6:30, and then 6:30 I get my kids up.
Okay. Oh, so you wake up your kids at 6:30?
Yeah. My daughter, she's in high school, so she has to leave, and her school's like about 30 minutes away.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Go-to productivity tool, an AI tool or automation system that is not yours that you use.
You said a productivity tool?
Yeah, AI automation, productivity tool, or a tool that you use on an ongoing basis that helps your business.
I don't use any AI productivity tool per se. I use ChatGPT every day.
Good.
I have it on my phone. So anytime I have thoughts or questions, I go into my phone and I have a conversation with ChatGPT.
Gotcha. If you can give one social media tip that can instantly boost someone's engagement, what would it be?
Tell stories.
Okay, good. Is there a personal quote or a personal mantra that you live by that guides your approach to both business and family life?
I don't have like a personal mantra per se. My focus is family first, and then everything else follows after that, right? And God is the head of all of that. So anytime I like my mantra is go to God first. And then if it hurts my family or anyone in my family, then it's a no. Right. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So
scriptures that I follow, but
what is that?
I said I have a couple of scriptures. There's one I used to have under my football my football locker room. And it was I'll rise up on wings like eagles.
Yes, that's it. Yeah,
real weird.
Yes, love that.
I had that on my locker because it kept me going.
I love that.
Yeah.
What is something that would surprise your clients or followers that may be a hobby or passion that, like outside of football, outside of being an athlete, that they may not know of?
I game.
Oh yeah? What are you gaming with now? Because we talked about the first generation PlayStation. What are you gaming with now?
I have an Xbox XS.
Okay, so you switched from the platforms from Sony to Xbox.
Completely switched to Xbox.
And what's your go-to game? What's your go-to game?
I play college football.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why did you switch? Because that's a big change.
I like the controller better than PlayStation.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, I do. I have really big hands.
Okay. So what is one, let's say, profession that would surprise your friends and family that they would never have thought you would like to do, that is completely unrelated to what you do now? If you could have like, man, I'd love to do this, or I'd like to have this kind of, hobby. Like, for example, like, if I could rap, I would love to rap. Like, I'm a singer, I'm a musician, I play a lot of different instruments.
It was so funny. The answer to this question is going to be probably backwards.
Okay, go ahead.
Nobody in my family would have pegged me to be the marketer. I would have been a coach. Right? Yeah. Nobody would have pegged me to be a social media marketer.
Wow.
I'm super introvert, super to myself, not really big on like being out in the spotlight. And to become a marketer, that my first job was to be the face of a company. Like nobody, I didn't see that coming. Matter of fact, nobody in my family would have saw that coming either. So when I told them like, hey, I'm a marketing director, like, what you doing what? Like, yeah, me too. I'm surprised.
And that leads me to the last question, because a lot of people think that you need to be an extrovert to succeed in business. If you are someone that doesn't like to be in front of social media, and that's exactly what you do, what kind of advice would you give to people who don't want to record, don't want to go live, don't want to tell their story, all the things that they need to do? How can they succeed?
Yeah, for me, it was realizing that God gave me this platform. God gave me the skills to communicate through story, to communicate through social media, to impact people. And usually God doesn't give you things that fit your preference. Right? It's to take you outside of that. And that's how I viewed it, that if I don't show up here, I'm not fulfilling the purpose that God's put on my life. And that was just unacceptable for me.
So it's not about you. It's like God has given you a platform to bring a message to people who need your help.
Right.
Wow. That's incredible. I love that. And I think that makes a lot of sense. So you guys have heard it from Devin, the digital dadpreneur himself. There are a bunch of links that you can connect with, from his socials to his website, digitaldadpreneur.ai, as well as the automation vault for only $197 one-time fee, no monthlies, no fluff. And it has the 5 automation AIs that will help you with your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Instagram, have a personal assistant, help you with your AI email leads assistant, and also automatically onboard people with a automated workflow. So there you guys have it. Thanks once again, Devin, for your time. And it was an absolute pleasure to hear your stories, from a wee little 10, 11-year-old lad, cleaning and vacuuming apartments with your uncle to helping build 6- and 7-figure businesses. Any last words for those who kind of are on the fence with regards to social media and a strategy that can help them get their next client?
Yeah. When it comes to social media, I think we all realize that social media is where we need to be. My cry out to people right now is AI is coming. No, it's not coming. AI is here.
Yeah.
And you're either figuring it out and getting it integrated, or figuring out how to integrate it, or you're getting left behind, like drastically left behind. And the people who get left behind in the next 2 to 5 years, it's not like people are afraid of AI, of what it's going to do. And they should be, because AI is coming for a lot of people's businesses, and it's coming for a lot of people's jobs. And if you're not learning it and integrating it, or at least leveraging it, it's going to do damage to your life. And that's just the facts. It's coming from my business too.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying it just because it's you, it's me too. It's coming from my stuff. It's coming for a lot of our stuff. And if you're not leveraging it and learning how to use it to make you more effective, to make you more profitable, to make you more successful, then the person who is going to put you out of business.
Wow. That's I think very, very timely message for everyone, to not get left behind, but to leverage AI and to learn it. Because if you don't, or when you don't realize how powerful it can be to help you save time, save money, make money, and also create a whole new business model, it will leave you behind. In the Terminator, I'll be back. So don't get left behind. Thank you so much, Devin, and it was an absolute pleasure. So here we are to help you to sell more, to give more. If you guys are a multi 6 or 7-figure entrepreneur and want to get onto the Sales Ninja Show podcast, like Devin, to share your story, comment podcast to be on the Sales Ninja Show podcast next. Until next time, Devin, thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it.
Take care.
Massive.